Hi, this is the MCR's Writing Effective Policy Papers and Press Releases workshop done by the directors of the PR department and Educational Policy department.
Hi guys, I'm Pelin. I'm an MCR SGA PR press director. I'm a rising junior at Quince Orchard High School, and I publish the articles on MCR SGA. And you can find me at my social media, and here's my Gmail.
Hey guys, my name is Netta. I'm a rising junior at Walt Whitman High School, and I'm MCR SGA's co-director of the Education Policy Department, and you can find me at my socials below.
Hi, I'm Vicky Kidder. I'm also the co-director of the Education Policy Department of the MCR. I'm a rising senior at Magruder. Last year I was a finalist in the MCPS SMOB election, and there's my social media and my email.
So some objectives for our workshop today include understanding the basic structure and format of policy papers and press releases, recognizing the elements of persuasive policy papers and effective press releases, learning how to balance between subjective and objective information as well as statistics, and learning how to formulate a strong argument within your policy papers as well. So what is a policy paper? Policy papers are research pieces or publications that focus on policy-specific issues, and they propose potential solutions and policy recommendations for policymakers as well as other advocacy and governing organizations. It is not considered an opinion piece, press release, or historical analysis.
So what is a press release? A press release is considered as an official statement prepared for news and media in order to provide information, and it declares an organization's position or stance on a certain issue or policy.
So the significance of policy papers are that they spread awareness of policy-specific issues and frame legislators' perceptions. They allow for grassroots mobilization. They represent a specific group's interests on a policy-specific issue, and most importantly, they help cultivate and further advocacy.
So the significance of press releases are to promote a significant topic or issue clearly. Beyond that, a press release sticks to a strict format and serves the same purpose every time, and it publicizes important or useful information related to the topic or issue.
So some elements of effective,
elements of effective press releases, you introduce the topic of your article in an engaging way. You want to provide relevant background information to educate the reader. You want to state the facts of your case you're presenting. Cite your sources. Every effective piece should have your sources cited, and it allows the reader to investigate its credibility or research more information related to the topic. And when you're writing a press release, you should always write in third person and refrain from using opinion-based. And you can reference this document down here when you're writing your press release.
So now some elements of effective policy papers include developing a strong claim and thesis that's followed up by a well-proven method of development. It's also important to be clear and concise. So you don't want to get caught up in too many of the details, and you want to kind of distill all of the information that you get from your research only to the essential elements to be included into your paper. Another strategy to use is the acronym BLUF, which is bottom line up front. And basically it kind of refers to using statements that commonly they sound like conclusion sentences, but as your topic sentences to your body paragraphs, because it helps you kind of provide a summary of what your body paragraph is going to talk about in a more clear and concise way. Another very important element of an effective policy paper is citing your sources so that your reader can go to those sources for more information and research on the issue. Some other elements include providing solutions and policy recommendations to the policy-specific issue, and you want to be specific. If you're too broad or too vague, you kind of sound like you might be arguing for some sort of ideology or ideal, so you want to make sure you're arguing for a specific course of action. Another really important aspect of your policy paper is to include a counter argument. So you want to make sure that you're acknowledging a potential criticism of your proposal or your policy recommendation. And after addressing that viewpoint, you definitely want to try and refute it or challenge it. And that will definitely help you lend credibility to your research and also kind of reduce the influence of personal prejudice and bias.
So some similarities and differences between policy papers and press releases. Policy papers specifically have a fact-based argument. They're written to frame policymakers' perception of an issue. You follow bottom line up front, and they propose a specific course of action. Press releases specifically are opinion-based writings. They're written to publicize important information, and they're also written for new information or updates. Some similarities between them are that they are always third person, they have to maintain a consistent tone, and most importantly, they always cite their sources. So the guiding skeleton structure of a policy paper, it's broken up into 4 paragraphs that are crucial to the success of your policy paper. The first paragraph offers contextualization, and the key question is, what is the current status of MCPS or the world that makes this issue relevant? The second paragraph focuses on the issue. It answers what exactly is the issue, and be sure to give certain statistics as possible. The third paragraph offers a solution and helps answer the question of what are some possible policies that could solve this issue and who has the power to pass these policies. The last paragraph hones in on the importance of the issue and the solution. And the key question is, moving forward, how important is it to solve this issue in regards to how it will benefit people in the future?
So the guiding skeleton structure of a press release is a little different. You introduce the topic of your article in an engaging way. You want to provide relevant background information to educate the reader. You want to state the facts of the case that you're presenting. You want to give factual evidence, use statistics, data, any reputable sources. And you want to cite your sources, and each effective piece should allow the reader to investigate its credibility and research for more information.
So when you have access to the slides presentation, you'll be able to click on these different examples of policy papers and press releases. And of course, for more examples, you can visit the MCR SGA website, which is linked in this slide, and it would be in their publications section. So let's review some of the concepts from this presentation, which include recognizing the similarities and the differences between policy papers and press releases, being able to break down their skeletal structures, and being able to successfully incorporate effective elements of these pieces into your work. Thanks for joining us.
If you have any questions, follow us on the MCR Twitter and Instagram at MCRSGA, and you can always visit the MCRSGA website for more information on these issues and also more information on policy papers and press releases.